Jose Keno Gondara is at the helm for the Miami Hurricanes. Again, happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. We sure do appreciate you joining us here today. We are underway. First serve belongs to the Kings, and the first block does as well.
Miami starting really well. Ariana Rodriguez, at 6 feet tall and super athletic, has become a very strong blocker, so no flaws there on Miami on that rotation when she's in the front row.
This is the second time this season these two teams are tangling. Miami swept North Carolina State in Raleigh back on October 3rd. And that's an attacking error.
Very different Miami team than the one we've seen before. Like I said, many players are now involved in the offense. Dahlia Wilson, even though she missed it there, being right in there doing the right things.
There is Keno Gondara in his 13th season at Miami with 241 victories. He has taken the Canes to 4 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances as Ariana Rodriguez gets herself on the board.
And everyone here obviously is part of the success of this team, who's obviously already inside the tournament. We talk a lot about Flor Maria Heredia, but nothing can happen unless Ariana Rodriguez is as good as a setter as she is.
Dahlia Wilson serving for the Canes. Another block, 3-1 Miami. Told you that the Wolfpack are led by Megan Wargo Kearney. She is in her first season at North Carolina State, and it's never easy when a new coach comes in, Alan, but she does have the Wolfpack with 15 wins, 13 losses, and 8-10 in conference play. For a first-year head coach, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Not only that, she's inheriting a team that Lucas Lave was one of the best coaches in the nation, also who's coaching professional volleyball. But yes, she has some interesting freshmen. It's a young team that we see a lot of talent in it.
4-1 Miami here out of the gates. Last kill by Logan Wiley. And that was off the fingertips of Ariana Rodriguez to make it 4-2.
Courtney Bryan really high. She's a very good leaper off the hands down the line there.
Outside hitter, a senior out of Hardy, Virginia. A short drive away from the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area.
Wiley on the slide.
Second kill for Logan Wiley. It's 5-2 Miami. Kind of staying away here early from Flor Marie a little bit.
Like I said, it's very good because going into playoffs, which is what the tournament is, you don't want to have an offense that's so predictable. Now they have plenty of players that are putting in the points.
Ariana Rodriguez serving. Bryant's kill attempt was dug out.
Touch.
And Flor Marie had to kill. That was off the fingertips of the Wolfpack.
Great set by Ariana there also. Ball that was really uncomfortable there as we see that. Now you see the blocks. These are some of the things that has gotten better. She knows that they're waiting for it. It's not a system ball. Able to tune it. High hands.
Heredia Colon named the AVCA Player of the Year semifinalist. Broke the program record in kills at a match against Louisville with 43.
Ariana on fire with that jump serve.
As a high-intensity volleyball program and one that can compete regularly. If you take a look at his body of work in all the years that he's been here, and he's in his 13th season, stunningly, remarkably consistent and always in contention.
So as we see this replay here and a nice block there, if I was an AD, which obviously I'm not, you invest in good coaches. Keno, before he came here, he was one of the best coaches in the nation, and he has proved it here. Like I said, he has a national championship as an assistant coach with Jim McLaughlin, as we see that great hit there on that overpass. But also as a player, he's an All-American player, played for the U.S. national team. I mean, to me, it's expected. And look at that overpass, taking care of it. The first thing you do when you're blocking in the net, you look for those overpasses. And right now, Miami's pretty much letting them know that they don't belong in this court right at this moment.
Like 10-2 Miami, that's an ace, and the Canes are rolling.
It's been a little bit of a rough season for NC State. They've had some awesome matches. They have very good wins this year. Like I said, I think obviously this young talent and experience is what brings its instability sometimes, but they have wins against Florida State and against Cal.
Another block. Oh, my goodness, Al.
It's a great block, hitting straight into the block on a great set by Eliza Villar. I mean, that's a dime. That's a great ball there, but just the block is too good as we go into another timeout.
Boy, North Carolina State forced to take another timeout. Once again, serve Kevin up here for Ariana Rodriguez, who already has 2 aces here in set number 1. Tapped over, kept alive by Ariana. Heredia Colon, that's an attacking error, and North Carolina State stops a 7-0 run.
Missed on that one. I mean, that's what she does. She's a home run hitter. And that's part of the game for her. Such an aggressive player. The women's game, I was watching last night, an SEC match, and actually Kentucky beating Texas. And the athleticism, which you're watching right here, obviously also, it's incredible. They're so fast and so athletic nowadays. This game, this is why it's a #1 game for girls in the nation. Volleyball has taken over America, which is, to me, it's obviously sweet music to my ears. And the ACC pretty much being, if not the first, the second power conference in volleyball.
And an ace.
That's a bullet right there, as you can see on that jumper. Looks how she jumps so close to that line, which means that when she's hitting, she's inside the court, which obviously gives you less reaction time, and she's sending bullets. That's a 4-step approach. 1, 2, and you see the 4 there.
Another one. How dominant is this first set so far for Miami?
As dominant as it was the last time we were here versus North Carolina. Pretty much Miami looks like they're on all 8 cylinders and looking good. I was actually talking to Coach Keno after that game, saying that I think the biggest challenge is how do you maintain this atmosphere with these girls, because they seem to be peaking or peaked at the moment.
North Carolina State tried to tap it over. That was blocked. Another block. 2 in a row. Third time, not a charm, and a point for the Kings, who lead 15-3.
Great blocking there, even though Vergara doesn't come from the system that the Canes do. As you can see, she's standing there. She's not going for a swing block. First of all, she's really tall, and second of all, she gets in front so well that makes it very easy for the middles to just join and do the job. The pins are the ones responsible for the middles.
North Carolina State making it far too easy for Miami.
And I mean, even though when they're in system, the sets are really good, the players cannot put the ball away. What else can you do as a setter? I mean, plus the block is really well formed.
Another kill by Jasmine Vergara, 16-3 Miami. They've got 4 aces here in set 1. They're hitting 50%. There's a service error by Heredia Colon.
And that comes with the territory, as you're aggressive about it, but it's a great math. I get a couple of aces, I get a couple of points, and then I put it into the net. I mean, it's a really good business.
Another error, that time by Miami.
Vergara there with a bit of an awkward approach there as she went for the ball. And now you see on the other side, you see Brian, which what we see the most in the game, which is a jump float. And obviously, unless you have a jumper like Flor Marie's or Ariana's also, it ain't worth it because it might be easier, so you depend on that speed. Jump floats are 10 times harder to pass for outsides and for liberos. Unless you have the power, that obviously makes it different. Good job there on the slide. Talia Franklin. Like I said, another freshman, 6'5" freshman. This is a young team. They have some great players in there that in upcoming years are going there. They have a couple that are injured right now, but they have a good class.
4 of the 6 points for North Carolina State have come off of Miami errors. There's another kill. Dahlia Wilson.
Great connection there between Ariana Rodriguez and Dahlia Wilson, has become a totally different player under Coach Keno and his staff. And also the one that passed, sensational freshman from Serbia, Sonja Danilovic.
Second service error, the first set for the Canes.
Vergara not happy, knowing there that probably her footwork didn't get right.
Miami with 5 blocks, 4 digs, 4 aces, 2 service errors, and 8 kills. They lead 18-7. Oh.
Danilovic slipping it through. Vergara also was playing her last year here. She went to Miami-Dade and then she spent time in some other schools. Has been very crucial with her experience coming into this team, and I think she has stabilized a lot of stuff in there too.
Danilovic serving for Miami. Another block by the Canes. That's the 6th. Rodriguez digs that out, keeps it alive. Here's Colon. Just rolls it over. North Carolina State once more. They're going to come away with a kill and a point. That's Rebecca Ring out of Madison, Wisconsin. She did not stay home at the University of Wisconsin. She was the kills leader for North Carolina State in their first match this season against Miami.
And she's another freshman, like I said. They have a good freshman class there. The future looks bright for her.
19-8, getting a little bit later here in set number 1. Was nearly a terrific job by Ariana Rodriguez, and it was to keep that alive. That's a point for Miami.
Nothing going well for NC State on an overpass, the blocking side touching the net. And Ariana also, like, what an athletic player, like reaching over that net.
Not many are going to keep that alive.
Not too many.
Wilson serving, and another near ace for Miami. Free ball, and Heredia Colon with a kill.
I see a lot of hype among other setters that, by the way, they're all great. I don't think Ariana gets enough credit. I think she's top 3, top 4 setter in the nation. And when it comes to where you put her in there, that depends on the eye of the beholder.
Nice thing in the back row by Danilovic, who, Alan, you think in 3 years from now, when she's a senior, could very well end up being one of the best players in program history.
She's a great outside, has a superb passing technique, and as time passes by, she's just going to get stronger. She's going to be hitting better. But yes, and a very tough player also out of Serbia. Serbians usually are very tough players. But she's passing dimes this season for a freshman. That's obviously not what's expected.
21-9. Heredia Colon had that block by Talia Francombe, who we mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, the freshman out of Cary, North Carolina.
That's a very big front line there for NC State.
It is, you're right. A lot of size. So now Lily Cropper serving. There's a kill for Heredia Colon. Give her 4 here in set 1.
On a way better pass. The first one wasn't a great pass. Now she got back to what she's supposed to do as outside. So all your outsides from club and you're starting how to play. First you pass. And a touch by the libero. She gets another ace. The ball was going out, but then with so much spin and speed, libero put a hand in it.
Feels like Ariana Rodriguez has been at the service line for every single one of Miami's points here in the first set.
She's been superb. Like I said, going back to not only her setting skills, like there's not a better server than her in the nation as a fact, and she's a super decent blocker. And she's a great setter. Like I said, she should be getting more hype, even though you don't ask for that, you know, but I don't think she gets enough credit. I think she's superb. And by the way, she's going to play professional ball 100% too.
May very well find herself in the Olympics in a couple of years as well. Set point here for Miami, leading 24-10.
In her case for the second time. No touch there. Or they did, yeah, it was a touch.
Checking in to serve for the Wolfpack, number 24, Sydney Daniels.
Sydney Daniels, senior out of Raleigh, playing for her hometown Wolfpack, back to serve and checking in for North Carolina State.
What a great pass by Danilovic.
And that'll do it here in set 1.
Never to her class reunion because she stayed at one school.
Yeah.
How
point.
lovely, huh?
It's not easy to do these days.
Loyalty, my friend, goes a long way.
Eliza Villar out of Hialeah, Florida, serving here in the second set for North Carolina State. They've got their first lead of the day, 1-0.
Eliza, one of the best players out of Miami. Her sister used to play for us. And she coaches for us in our club, too. I enjoy her. I think she's a trooper and a great player, but not only that, just a total athlete.
Beautiful floating serve. Overpass on a free ball and attempt here for North Carolina State. And Danilovic flying in from the back row. A bit too strong, 2-0 Wolfpack.
State champion at Matter Lakes near Miami Gardens. Her sister Camila also plays ball at St. Leo.
And an ace. Welcome home, Eliza Villar. She's given the Wolfpack a 3-0 lead.
And out of this crowd, at least 30 people came to see her. Hialeah is empty right now.
Only the chickens and roosters remain.
We can see her as well doing magnificent here, but besides her being a setter, which is her position, you would have seen her in high school. She hits the ball better than most outsides that I've seen, and that's a great flat serve there.
Wow, another ace for Villar. 4-0 North Carolina State.
As we jinx her there. Also, Miami needs to pick it up. It's very easy for a team that's been playing so well to go, hey, it was 25-11. Let's cruise. No, you have a D1 team in front of you, like I said, that has W's over talented teams like Florida State and Cal. And many of their losses have been in 4 and 5 sets.
Dahlia Wilson serving now. First service opportunity for the Canes here in set 2. It's a good dig, but Miami can't keep it alive. 5-1.
Some good tipping there.
Serving for the Wolfpack, number 3, Clara Andre.
I usually, when I'm in Keno's position, which is obviously my team is ranked, my team is going into the program, playing against a team that has nothing to lose is one of the worst feelings ever, because they have nothing to lose and they're going to go for it. I mean,
Coach Gondra trying to let his ladies play through this here early in set number 2. He has not yet called a timeout, but his team looking drastically different here in the second set. And North Carolina State able to keep that kill attempt alive. A block, and it's 5-2 this time.
for Maria Heredia and Wiley there on the play. I think Thor has become such a better blocker. I don't think she was so good as a blocker. I see her there, ball setter, ball hitter. That is the right progression. That's what Coach Keno teaches. Solid fundamentals.
Service error.
Miami a bit relaxed and NC State taking advantage.
There's Coach Keno. He's none too pleased with his team's effort here in the second set. And the other side, Megan Wargo-Kearney, the head coach and the first-year head coach for the Wolfpack, has apparently made some nice adjustments here in the second set.
It's so tough to be in your first year in the ACC. Like you just watch. I mean, we have 6 teams in the top 20 and a whole bunch of them in the top 10. It's a very tough conference to be in.
Well, I think she deserves a lot of credit for having this team at 8-10 in conference play in her first year. Heredia Cologne serves smack dab into the middle of the net.
Their associate head coach, Jeremiah Konidakis, also was with Lucas Lava, and he's a very good coach. It's a very good coaching staff. Rob Browning also in there. Brittany Estes. They will pick it up. Just give them time.
Sydney Daniels serving. Terrific dig by Daniels. And Danilovic tapped it up.
Thought it was a reach over
You
there.
saw the
No
height
call.
there from Talia Francombe. And Francombe's kill attempt kept alive by Feliciano.
Great rally.
A touch is called.
Tara Bondrum touching it in position 6. Watch position 6 there as she hits it through the block. And the touch there with the one hand. But there was a touch in the block, so would have been a point anyways.
Miami trying to chip away here. It was a near overpass. Good reflexes there by Rodriguez. And flying in from the back row this time is Clara Vondran, the junior out of Columbus, Ohio. And she makes it 8-4, a beautiful kill.
Great job on that scramble play by Eliza, finding her out of the pipe position.
8-4, Vondran with her first kill of the afternoon. Speaking of Columbus, that's where Flor Marie Heredia-Colón will begin her professional career with the Columbus Fury.
Rather be lucky than good there. Danilovic, not quite sure of what she did, but it was good enough for her to score on a miss hit.
Chance here for Jasmine Vergara to get the serve over. Good effort from Feliciano. And Heredia-Colón a bit too long.
A little bit wild in this set. A couple of mistakes already. And Miami better pick it up. 9-5, ain't that comfortable anymore. As they put out of bounds, the one thing you don't want to do when you're winning a match is to give a point away. As Danilovic goes to serve.
Service error by Zuza Maciejewicz, the freshman out of Poland.
It's a great serve. Free ball. Nice dig
there in the back row by Daniels. And North Carolina State comes away with a point. That was well earned.
Rebecca Ring there on the outside also with a little roll shot there. Great defense for getting them there. Back to Eliza Villar, who started this with pretty much 4 aces. Great pass by Flor.
Executed to perfection that time.
A great pass and a really good flat serve there. And NC State doing the right things. I mean, trying to serve Flor, which she's in the front row, to make it awkward, to make it harder. But she's passing well today.
Another near overpass that time. Was there a touch? No.
Great effort there by the setter on that pretty much of an overpass and a one-handed set, but outside couldn't put it away.
Attacking error by Dorsey. She tried to tool right around the block, but she sent it wide and out of bounds. Miami is within 2 here in the second set after a 25-11 victory in set 1. Now they're within 1.
Another great block, very good read, very good eye work by the Canes in the net. We've always known that they're the best serving team in the nation, or they're always there in between the first 3, but that takes them to be also a great blocking team. They have become an awesome blocking team at the end of the season.
That's a point for the Canes, and they have tied this thing at 10.
It's a really bad pass there, almost behind the antenna, so they switch outsides now. Clara Vondran comes back to pass.
Was dug back over on the other side.
That ceiling helping the Canes right now. And as Ariana tries to hit, nobody was covering, and you see her like, where were you guys on a tight set?
And Samaya Dorsey's block lands inbounds. 11-10 North Carolina State. They have not trailed here in the second set. And that last point for North Carolina State snapped a 4-0 scoring run for the Canes, who are right back in this thing. See that a lot from Mariana Rodriguez. That time it didn't work.
Great reach by Danilovic there. Ooh. Whoa, what a bomb. And Miami's back.
I think that was the perfect way to put it, too. A total bomb there from Heredia-Colón, who's got her 8th kill. That leads all scores. So 11-11. 4 blocks as well for Flor Marie.
Nice dig by Feliciano.
And Flor Marie again for the lead.
That was a beautiful play. Great defense. Good enough to actually put it in the setter's hand, which is not what happens when they hit it that hard. Try to go for 20 by 10 on those hard-driven balls. And ball was out. Very close, but it was out. It's pretty cool now because coaches, before challenging, they look to the bench because they have a better angle. The girls were like, it was out, it was out.
Courtney Bryant with her second kill for North Carolina State. Once she gets up there, she's really fun to watch. She can just kind of hang in the air. Served by Cropper. Heredia Colon had it partially blocked. Chance for North Carolina State to once again take the lead. Feliciano says no, and Heredia Colon says yes.
Everything going well now for the Canes, and that great move by Feliciano. She's all energy, going ready to go up for Maria Heredia. Like I said, these girls like each other. And in 2025, that ain't easy, my friend.
You're right. And in solidarity with Ariana Rodriguez, Heredia Colon's got that black left leg sleeve on.
Great dig by Naidani.
Danilovic had it blocked. Just tapped over that time by Heredia Colon. Far side, Courtney Bryant, that is wide and deep.
She went for too much there, trying to go down the line. I think she had a way better shot trying to go cross court, but it's really easy from here, obviously. They're going to try to challenge, but the girls say no, no, no touch.
Another serve coming here from Flor Marie is a beauty, and it's kept alive momentarily by Maciejewicz, but that was all.
Nice comeback by the Canes on this bomb by Flor Maria Heredia, and that's why she leads D1 when
North
it comes
Carolina
to
State having a hard time handling some of these serves from the Canes here today. Not done.
And I will be so thrilled for them to host, and I think also everyone, including our Gordon girls that actually sit next to us, everybody wants to see them host. As she gets it out, that ball was very, very close.
And are we going to have a challenge?
I don't think due to the score, but I would love to see it again. Everybody jumped, but obviously the ones that jump are on the Miami side, and doing this for such a long time, I can tell you that's the worst angle you can have.
So a service error makes it 15-13. 16-13.
What a hit by Wiley. That was straight down. They're all cracking up like, what happened here? Watch this.
Wow.
Wow.
Ariana Rodriguez lost it after that set. You could hear her yelp. And she was running around.
I don't think she believes she hit it so hard with the block there. What an awesome play. Flor, you're in second today. That's the best offensive play of the match.
Oh, well, Miami couldn't keep it alive. That's going to be a kill there for Von Traun.
As now NC State goes for a double sub, so Villar goes out and Bondren too. So, yeah, Danilovic is human. I think it's the first time I see her miss a pass.
It's a handful of aces here in set two for North Carolina State. For NC State, they're within one.
Bryant with very flat serve. They're flat and clean.
And Bryant's second serve into the net.
He's a very good athlete. Vergara has a little bit of a hiccup when she serves. You're going to see that at the end. She finishes with the right foot in front, which pretty much, that's called goofy-footed in volleyball. What a great play there.
And Ariana set up Heredia Colon, who put that one away.
When you have a setter that's so athletic and she's a lefty and she's running, and you're running a 5-1, as you can see, she takes the block with her and she sent it somewhere. That's just an extra threat that nobody needs.
NC State trailing Miami by 3. Chance here to pull within 2, and they will. Good kill that time by Talia Francombe.
Hitting over the block. They have some very tall freshmen and some very tall players in there. Like I said, they're gonna be a force to reckon with in the future for sure.
A 4-match winning streak here for NC State. They've also won 5 of their last 7. That was on the heels of dropping 4 in a row. Megan Wargo-Kearney's bunch playing a whole lot better down the stretch. And that was a sensational job to keep things alive.
What a great play by NC State on that hustle, but Danilovic said we're still gonna do it.
Here's the full sequence.
What a scramble play there, watch. Nice play by Vilar. But as she's going back, Danilovic found picks with your assistant coach, Leandro Bisotto, which has a great demeanor and he brings great energy to this team.
19-16, Miami out of the timeout. That was a block by Rodriguez, and they lead by 4.
Ariana and Dalia there. At the beginning of the season, it was Flor Marie's show, and now it's everyone's show. And they're blocking great. They've been always serving great. Defending great.
Fabulous pancake save by Feliciano. That was a heck of a job to keep it alive by Vergara to give the Kings a chance.
That was a net there by NC State. Nailani Feliciano, also another player that had to fight for her position, share the position of libero, was a Diaz and a libero. She stayed here. She fought it out. She didn't leave. And she's had a great season also, and she can also come to the class reunion for sure.
So Miami by 5. It's a good floating serve that time.
Plenty of fighters and no quitters in this team.
And Heredia Colon was blocked. Cropper and Villar were in on it. And a point for NC State.
Vergara went for it there for the back row. And Miami missing some key players. At the beginning of the season, the 1-2 punch used to be Flor Marie Heredia and Ava Carney. And Ava Carney, for whatever reasons, is not playing. And the team was like, yeah, we're going to do as good or better.
Attacking violation that time by Vergara.
Vergara stepping on the line. For the ones that enjoy the game, when you're in the back row, you surely can jump. And you see Ava Carney there, a great talent. Also, Gabi Arroyo, who's a transfer from Dayton, had to be redshirted due to injury. So, can you imagine with all of these players, they will even be better.
And Villar, who's already got a couple of aces, serving here for NC State, and to kill that time by Heredia Colon. That's number 13.
And so we don't forget also Amina NJ, who was also starting. Like, I don't know if at any moment Keno can look at the bench and go, I have pretty much everyone that's in this bench can start. Not too many teams in the nation have players like that.
Not good, but a great spot to be in. Overpass. Kill attempt.
No touch.
No good? Or was there a touch? No, no touch.
I think I saw a net. And I think she's going to challenge,
Megan
and I will challenge.
Wargo-Kearney is going to challenge just that. I think she would like the challenge.
I think it was Flor. And in watching her face, I think she knows.
Yep. So it's our first challenge of the day.
The ruling on the court is ball out, point Miami. NCU is challenging. Net call.
So it's a net call. I'm pretty sure it's what I saw. Let's see if it's what he sees.
Glasses go on. It's time to take a look.
Yes,
Pull
sir.
our readers out.
And they have plenty of angles there. Even from the worst angle possible, I see Flor Marie into the net.
Is she the guilty party? We have a blank screen.
Body language on players sometimes. I wouldn't even need the video. I'm like, I saw your face, and I know.
They should also just play by the honor system. If you know that you did it, maybe just raise your hand and say, yeah.
No, that's not the play. It's after when actually when NC State gets it back. That's Ariana trying to hit that. that overpass. It's pretty cool also, even though I dislike that the game stops and the pauses and everything. But it gets rid of all the fights, and also it gets rid of a lot of pace. It's such a fast game with so many micro touches that, yeah, I mean, referees are human and they need the cameras.
That was pretty quick.
I guess he saw another angle.
After further review, the ruling on the court is going to be reversed. Net call on Miami's number 6.
And Ford did touch the net. Obviously, he saw a different angle, but that was pretty obvious. And no fighting on Miami's end would let you know, yeah, we did touch it.
Serving for Wolfpack, number 3, Sarah Bondren.
They're checking to see if the R2 has the sub, and they're going to sub it again. As Clara Bondren comes in. Rebecca Ring subs out.
22-19 here in set 2.
Far from over.
Far from over.
Sometimes these last 3 points last forever.
Here is Von Dran's floating serve. Rodriguez to Heredia Colon, had it blocked in. Was that in or out?
Well, now they should have a challenge because the line judge said out. Head referee said in.
Immediately overruled by the head referee. I think that was the right call.
But
too.
watch the line judge on the other side.
Ooh.
That's an out. That's an out call right there.
And then the head referee stepped in on top of his perch and said no, it was in.
I guess it was pretty obvious. Miami taking care of business. Like I said, too close for comfort for me. Only a 3-point lead down the stretch. So if Flora is the queen or la reina, is Ariana the princess? For the Dominican Republic?
Only time will tell.
Nice tip there by Bryant. Part of your toolbox. Whenever you see that block that is there, you can surely use the hands. High hands, you can go off the sides and tipping, which is great. Very high percentage play if you know what you're doing. That's the one thing you don't want to do. Lily Cropper putting it out of bounds there. Let's see if Flor goes for it. I will go for 75% of my power here. I don't think you need 100%, and 24-21 still not such a comfy. Great pass, by the way.
Chance to win it right here. Mistiming the jump was Rodriguez. And it's an attacking error and a else behind the scenes working real hard to bring you ACC and NCAA volleyball coverage from Coral Gables as we're underway here in the 3rd set. And Miami looking to jump out to a 1-0 lead, and a piece of cake. Heredia Colon, her 15th kill.
Great hit down the line. Good serve by Danilovic, who's also not only a great passer, but a very solid, good defender. She seems to be where she has to be all the time, staying there in middle, where pretty much 80% of the balls go there. Nice dig by Feliciano. Great defense by Danilovic.
Rattling around and blocking a point for the Canes.
Ariana Rodriguez and Dahlia Wilson. That's a great tandem there. She doesn't look as tall because Dahlia is huge, but Ariana is 6 feet tall and with an athleticism that I've seen seldomly in my life. Nice hit there by Dahlia Wilson. Great transition from the middle, which is a very tough one when you have the setter in front of you. She did all the right moves. Great technique there in that transition.
Wilson's kill makes it 3-0. Yeah, it was 4-0. An attacking error that time by Cropper.
Smart. We deserve to give to everyone here. So serving short now, compromising the middles. Let's see what she's going to do now, Danilovic. Now she serves to the outside. Maybe a touch there. Nope. No touch as Brian tries to come out of the pipe position, which was the best choice for Elisa Villar when nobody else is putting the ball away. Then
Yep.
I want to hit my best outside to see if she can get me out of this one. Great pass by Brian there.
Another chance here for Miami to make it 6-0.
Good defense on a great hit by Ariana.
Feliciano to Rodriguez to Wilson.
Dalia Wilson makes this team very different, and so is Wiley also, the way that they're playing. Watch her there on the slide. Great move. And she's been a consistent offensive force for Miami. That wasn't the case last year.
Wow, what a block there by Wilson and Rodriguez.
Great strategy as NC State is on the 5-1, which means that the center's in the front row, as you can see. So they are serving short to the middle. Once she struggles a bit, then two blockers come and take over the outside position. You see the strategy there again, and now they get ace. And there's going to be a sub. Clara Bondren coming in, number 3. Giving a chance to Rebecca Ring to think it over. Beautiful short serve again by Danilovic.
Now a chance here to make it 9-0, and they are, well, they might just tap back over. And there it is. My goodness, Emmy.
They need to find a way out of this rotation. Like I said, Miami has just sensed that, yeah, I'm this 5-1. If I serve short, everybody's being compromised, and I get a 3-on-2 when it comes to 3 blockers versus only 2 hitters. It's a trap.
Oh, somehow that ended back up on the NC State side of things.
Now everything happening in grade 4 for Miami. Even the luck in there. Elisa Villar gets the sub. Because you can't sub anybody else, because pretty much, I mean, she's been trying to do everything, but if my team can't pass and I can't set and so on and so on. But they needed somebody else in there to just try to get a reaction.
A 10-0 third set lead. This one going far too quickly.
That's a tattoo there on Neilani Feliciano by Clara Bondren. That's the job, getting there, whatever it takes. They bring back Elisa Villar to serve. Now that she's in the back row, things are easier for NC State.
That kill by Vondran felt a little bit angry, right? 10-0, just please get us on the board.
You felt the frustration on that hit. I agree with you. It's an overpass. Good serve by Villar.
Another one, but Rodriguez blocked it.
Ariana Rodriguez saying, it's an overpass. I'm not even moving. I'm staying here. Watch.
Well, he left on her own island.
But look how high she's on that net. That is why the national team from the Dominican Republic, which is a very great team, that's why she went to the Olympics in 2024, and pretty much that's why she's going to be there again in LA.
No reason not to have her on your team. She plays with a ton of joy and passion. An attacking error, 12-1.
No touch, yeah, pretty much crumbling around the Wolfpack.
And unfortunately, this one feeling rather academic all of a sudden with Miami leading by 11 here in the third set.
Lots of frustration on this team because they are talented.
Good dig by Wilson, and Heredia Colon had that dug out by Machavich.
So listen, when the setter from the other side is blocking everyone, when your middles are digging,
Loves his Canes.
he does.
13-1 coming out of the second and final timeout of the third set by NC State. That was dug out in the back row. This is tapped over, kept alive.
Everything going well for Miami.
It's a remarkable effort, up 12.
And even though the score is 13-2, Ariana Rodriguez is mad that she didn't block that ball. So it doesn't matter about the score. It's about me doing the right thing.
And Miami's been overwhelming and just suffocating here today.
They have the first and now the third set. The second one, actually, Miami was even up.
Once they have started to smell some blood in the water all season long, they become a bit of a snake. They just suffocate you, and they don't let go until you finally give up. There's an ace.
And as we see this also, I want to give a shout out because we just had a little bit of a visual there. The strength trainer for this team, the performance coach, Colin Corcoran. What a job by this guy with this team. I see him all the time on Instagram, and he's awesome, man. He gets them to do a lot of stuff that it's so much fun for these girls at the same time that they're very strong this year. So shout out to you, Colin. Great job this year.
Vergara couldn't tool off the block. Rolled off the net. Vergara again dug out by Maciejewicz. And a point for the Wolfpack.
Vergara has made an awesome career, and like I said, when she jumps, she's goofy-footed, which means that instead of finishing as a right-handed player with right-left, she finishes with left-right. But that makes it awkward also, and there's been great players throughout the years with that little hiccup there. But she's one of those, and yeah, even though she has it, she still gets to score, and she's a very tall player.
Works for her, right?
Yep.
Heredia Colon to Rodriguez. Far side for Vergara, who taps it back over to the Wolfpack. Attacking error, 16-3.
Trying to look for a touch. Even when you get it back, like I said, some very good sets in there, and yeah, hitters just putting it out. Sucha coming in, the libero. And even with a 75% of her power serve getting aces for Flor Maria Heredia, and watch her technique on that four-stepper. What a great arm swing as her swing finishes all the way down on the side.
Another one.
As you see it there. All young players from clubs, watch what she does. Nowadays, you're not as old as me. I didn't have videos or replays or anything. Just watch her. That's textbook how you're supposed to hit a ball. Great four-step approach. We got some old people at the control too. Awesome technique. And no touch.
Appears as if Miami will be enjoying their Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Yes, for sure.
Presumably fly up to Chapel Hill or the Raleigh-Durham area on Friday to take on the Tar Heels on Saturday. Tipped and kept alive, and another kill to make it 20-3.
Danilovic also, and a lot of credit to her. She doesn't get set at this moment as much as obviously are the other players, but she's still ready when they set her, and that says a lot about her mindset. That's what good players do.
It's difficult to describe how hard it is to race out to a 20-3 lead in a competitive match like this, and now it's 21-3.
At this level?
It's nearly impossible to do, truly.
Hardly seen. I don't remember seeing such a lopsided match here in Miami, like I said, and this is not to be nice. This is a talented team. They just have crumbled here. They have collapsed here in Miami.
A 6-0 scoring run. Miami's just simply overwhelmed them, and there's nothing North Carolina State can do about it right now. And the Canes are keeping everything alive.
Yeah. Carry and the nets, too. They call the carry first. Things are looking really good for Miami down. Very close to going into the tournament. I mean, it's just when you want to see your team like this, as you see Cano there, along with his staff.
Hard to be better than this, but they'll try.
Vergara also being smart there, tooling the ball versus Bryant. Yeah, leaving it there. Feliciano trying to go for that short serve, which we have seen a lot of dividends on short serves. And starting with my coaches at my club, sometimes they go, oh, I'm not really serving well at short. And I go, you need to practice those. You just can't come into a match and tell the players, you know, just serve short. Not even overpasses happening. A night to forget for NC State. They're better than this. There's always next year for them to get better. They surely have the talent.
Chance to make it match point here. And they do.
Great job by Dalia Wilson of being there on the fake from Mariana, which is in the front row. And one more point before their last match, and obviously hoping that we can see them host here. That'll be amazing.
Emphatic and dominant. Match point. And what a way to end it this would be. Look at the effort. Look at the effort. Look at the effort. Over.